Well, good day, Tubes. How's she hanging? Pretty good here. Today we're here at Wright Patterson Air Force Base Museum to take you on a tour, and plus, as official, now they got a fourth hangar open, so we're going to give you a tour of the museum here. So, no further ado, let's have a go at it. If you guys want to read it, just go ahead and pause it if you like. An M1903 Springfield, 30 cal. For that plane right up there. Some of the different engines. One tunnel, first pipe. Good old J1. Looks like a V8, which it is. 140 horsepower. Woo. Power. A Curtis V-2-3 engine. Seems legit. I don't know if I've been an engine wall.
These two units, the 17th and 148th Aero Squadrons, flying British Southwest Camel airplanes, were pitted repeatedly against some of Germany's top fighter units. The Americans compiled an impressive record against them. America's first observation squadrons began combat by flying antiquated AR-1 aircraft.
Enough one Camel, World War I. There's the McCookfield wind tunnel, the original thing right here. You know, big old blimp.
You do not want to be up in that because you have an aircraft coming right at you, so...
Yeah. When they shoot at you, just put your head between your legs and kiss your butt goodbye.
Here it is. Eddie Rickenbacker's SPAD.
Yep.
And this is not a rebuild. This is the actual one from World War I.
Oh, and if you guys have a mobile app, here you go for this plane. And plus, I want to give a good shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Jeff Fabiano. If you ever get a chance to watch this, buddy, enjoy it, man. I know you like flying, but you get a chance to see our air museum here in Ohio. It's kind of bug.
That old bug.
So it's like a flying, pretty much a bomb.
Technically, this would be the World War I's answer to the ballistic missile.
Yep. Indeed, it is. A standard J1, which they actually cut this one down to show like the mechanics of it, which is, in my opinion, freaking sweet. The frames.
Germany's best fighter of the First World War, Fokker D7.
The Fokker D7? Yep.
Yep. Technically made by the Mulder Fokker Company. One of the best German aircraft of the First World War. Gave France and even the United States a run for its money.
Oh yeah. There's an early Italian-style bomber right there.
Caproni CA-36.
Indeed. Here's a get a better shot of the front end of the bomber for you guys. Liberty V12 geared turbocharged aircraft engine. Made a whopping 443 horsepower for back in the day. 12 cylinder, look at that bad boy. And just look at that. There's the turbo itself right there. There's Captain Edward V. Rickenbacker and Howard E. Gettler.
And for everyone, for information and such about Rickenbacker, he was born in Ohio. No lie, he's an Ohio boy.
Yeah, and he's from Columbus to be exact.
And he represented our country very well in the First World War.
Some of the pilots' uniforms. From this wavy.
There's the first U.S. bomber of World War I into the 1920s.
Yep.
The Martin bomber.
Some trophies a little bit right here, and my goofy brother there in the shot. My brother's the plane whiz, I'm the train whiz. Yep. But I do have a heart for this stuff too, because this is history right here.
Yep, here it is, Martin MB2. And folks, pardon the interruption, but check the size of that bomb. That is massive.
For back in its day, it is, compared to today's stuff.
Exactly. This bomb could destroy a World War I battleship in one shot if you can hit its citadel. So be careful of that.
An old Ford Model T ambulance. A Wright R790 engine, rated 2.25 horsepower, 225. If some of you don't know. There's a Target Glider, G3 Target Glider.
Designated for gunners for back gunners.
And here's Curtis D12, V12. Horsepower, for this model, it made $375, and later models $435. Liquid cool.
And here is the first of the Hawk series, the P6E.
Yep. And there's a Boeing B-12E sitting right there, ish. And
there's a gyrocopter.
Gyro.
Combination of an aircraft with a combination of helicopter. The gyrocopter.
This is the only one left in existence, I believe. Isn't that correct?
Yep, that is correct.
The Celtic K2/K3.
Yep. One of these, and some of these aircraft were actually given to Japan, or Japan bought them rather.
And here's a
Curtiss P-26P shooter. No, Boeing P-26P shooter at that.
For some of you who don't know,
the machine guns
is where I'm pointing right there. Where I'm pointing, there's one there, and there's
right
one there. And these are 30 cals on this particular model, but some of them did come with a 50 cal.
Yes. So the last version of the P-20, I can't remember which version it was exactly, but it has the 30 caliber and the 50 caliber.
There's some like there, World War I blimp or something like that.
Yes, U.S. Army blimp.
Piece of wreckage, I guess that came from it, I'm guessing. Some engines and some props. And there's
a Martin B-10.
The one hanging up here, you know what I mean? And for you guys right here, this B-10 right here, this is the only one left in existence as far as I know. This one came from Argentina, and she was in rough shape when we received her. See, here's the thing about it. Here's a picture of it right here for when she arrived, and this is what she looks like to this day.
One of the first U.S. bombers.
Yep, Martin B-10. As you can tell, there's nothing in her at all. No controls, nothing. That's the planes right here, hanging.
Couple of trainers. That is the steer. If I remember right, that's the steerman. Because I know there's the PT-17 steerman, but there's a few aircraft steermen made.
Yep, here's a PT-16.
Yeah, there it is, right up there, actually.
Right there. We got another trainer sitting right here. And here's another train, right here,
the O-52
OW, which the landing gear is similar to like the Navy craft, like the Hellcat, like the Wildcat style type landing gear, which is pretty sweet.
And here's an XB-19 landing gear tire.
Here's the B-19 main wheel, gear and tire.
And the world's largest tire.
Let me step back so you guys get a good look at her. Made by Goodyear, as far as I know.
You would be crushed by that, how heavy it is.
Yeah, but little tight. Some more planes right here. So it's Altif. OP-47B.
The O-47B.
You know where? There's the P-19A sitting right here above us. And there's PT-14, apparently.
Or rather, what was intentionally going to be known, which is the AT-6.
Yep. And you can clearly tell this guy is freaking you freaking right the craft, you moron. AK seems legit. Yep.
Keep the guy down.
There is a Hawker Hurricane right here.
Part of the Eagle Squadron.
Eagle's going to mark 11A. Yep. Eagle Squadron.
Yep, part of the Eagle Squadron right here.
Yep.
From 1940 up to 1941 during the Battle of Britain. U.S. pilots went over to the Royal Air Force to help them against the Hun and defeated them.
Hey, sit over there, have a nice cup of tea. I see.
And here's a good piece of history for you folks.
Oh, for
the original Air Force song from 1939.
Yep, here it is right here.
Yep, the original pencil score wrote down.
1939 it was made.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some more, I believe, of it. Army Air Force songs.
Yep, the Army Air Corps, and then today's the U.S. Air Force.
Correctamundo.
And then one of the worst pieces of history from World War II. Holocaust.
Where the burial and stuff. Passed away because they were making stuff like that.
Excuse me. Some cool Japanese lines. Oh. Excuse me.
30 minutes later, then came out the second wave.
Now, here comes the World War II stuff here, guys.
And this is supposed to represent one of those pilots, Lieutenant Rasmussen. And look what we've given him to fly. I told him the top plane that it's got partially retractable landing gear.
Here's a P-35 right here.
But it's not very aerodynamic.
There's a, oh, and the two grasshopper right there.
Which was originally the Piper Cub.
Yep.
Yeah, it used to be the Piper Cub.
You know what's impressive about this exhibit? Those are the real pajamas he flew in now. He did not take the
I got it.
Japanese Type 98 gun sight.
Used on the Zero.
Some more.
And then
There's like a training, like the training simulator for fighters.
Yep.
Old school radios and stuff, altimeters.
And for a funny fact, folks, for some of the early World War II trainers, some of them were powered by a bellows. Not kidding you. Basically, someone had to crank it up to get it to work.
See? That's a death bomb. Death bomb.
Technically a death charge bomb.
Yep.
Basically, it'd be designed to be used against submarines.
Here's a B-18A right here.
Yep.
Follow. And here's the cool thing. You actually look inside of the bomb bay. A little bit area of this particular model.
And you do not want to be underneath this when this is up at 20,000 feet.
Or any type of bomber, because goodbye.
Yep.
There's inside like a more of the aircraft.
Yes, that's where one of the gunner's positions were.
Yep.
And more showing of positions.
Yep. Then what we got here is a Japanese Zero.
This version is the A6M2. This one was the definitive version of the Zero throughout the Second World War. 220mm cannons, 277 machine guns in the nose, cowling.
Yep.
One of the most lethal Japanese fighters of the war.
And pretty soon, guys, the dual little Raiders.
April 18th, 1942.
Yes. This is pretty cool. This Progressional Gold Medal. Focus you. That's pretty sweet. Air Force Association Lifetime Achievement Award. Right here. And here's the Dual Rares Goblet. Right here.
There's only 2 left now.
These 2 you see sitting right here are the only ones that are left alive. Everyone else has passed away.
Yep.
I'll step back for you guys. To mock up like what the Dual Rares did went through, there's one of the B-25s stacked up on a mockery style, like almost like.
And to show actually something really hilarious that they had at the time, those are not 30 calibers.
Those are not 30s. Those are actually made out of broomsticks. They like laying the weight up on the B-25 so they can just take off because of how heavy they were.
Yes, they had to use that because off the carriers they go under 2,000 pounds and they need all the fuel they can get to China.
Yep.
Here is the engine
for the Mitchell.
That powered it. Yep. The Wright R2600 Cycle 14 or Cyclone 14.
Yep. And also here to my right is a P-40 Warhawk, or known as the Kitty Hawk.
One of the best fighters that Curtis had made. Yep. 650 calibers on this one. This is the definitive P-40N.
Yep. And here's the beginning of that B-25. Engine's covered up.
Basically, the gentleman right there is supposed to represent Jimmy Doolittle and everyone else in the crew of the bomber.
Yep.
But that's a 30 caliber as well.
Yep. Put the 30 cal sitting right there in the nose.
And then
what we got here is
this is the Army's version of the SBD Dauntless, known as the A-24 Banshee. This is only used beginning of the early of the war, but the Army Air Corps stopped using it in replacement by using the A-36 Apache.
And right here we got a P-39 Air Cobra right there.
37mm cannon.
Then we got the rare P-63E King Cobra right here.
Which is the pinball edition.
Yep. And we got the maybe one example of it.
Yep, this one was a paintball. What the paintball planes were designated to be was basically the bandit planes. And in the actual combat training, they used live rounds.
Yep. Then we got a
light transport aircraft. And then there's a
B-13 right there. And we got a mono biplane right here. Another mini small bomber, light bomber, which is an AT-11.
Here's the most definitive aircraft in history.
For the Tuskegee airmen to help them fly.
This would be the PT-17 Stearman right here.
Yep. And here is a multi-engine trainer.
And there's an AT-9 fledgling, aka the Airborne Jeep.
AT-9 fledgling Jeep. And a little, looks like mini drone. Pretty sweet.
Britain's finest example.
There's Britain's very well built and very nice mosquito. Bullfighter mosquito. It looks like a mosquito to me. Looks like it.
This thing was a night fighter. This thing could destroy all kinds of aircraft.
Yep. Very nice example. Then there's an LA-4A grasshopper right there.
Yep.
And the German.
That's the FI-156 Storch. And the Storch is an S-hull aircraft for its time.
And there's another, what was that, a Hurricane right there?
No, that is a Supermarine Spitfire. That is one of the few aircraft that saw combat in Sicily.
And all YouTube, we do have a B-24 Liberator here, known as AKA the Strawberry Bitch. Hashtag Unique.
Seems legit. And this bomber is infamous for trying to kill its crews.
Yep. And there's a Russian-style aircraft.
No, that is a Italian MC-200.
MC-200?
Yep.
Sorry for the Strawberry Bitch, number 24. There's a Spitfire.
No,
Okay.
you're fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to walk through.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. The video stopped on me. Here's the
B-24 on the right
right
side
side
of it.
Yep. There's our engine.
And then,
There's
right,
one of the German
Block 88.
right over there.
that definitive anti-aircraft gun of the war, which was used into the Tiger tanks of World War II.
Yep.
And here is one of the versions of the P-51.
P-51, known as an A-36A Apache, which is the earliest version of the P-51 with the Allison engine in it.
Yep, and
You got
designated as a dive bomber.
total 450s in the wings, which is two on each side.
250s
Right in the nose, between the prop.
This attack aircraft was designated as a dive bomber for the Army Air Corps, but it served throughout the war, and it served with very well distinction as a good ground attack aircraft as well.
Yep.
As you can see, it has its dive rates out, showing that and showing what the aircraft can do in a dive,
Yep.
showing what it's capable of doing.
Yep, the Hurricane Spitfire right over there. Supermarine Hurricane. There's the Mosquito and U.S. paint.
And here is some of our armaments.
And here's some of the guns. Here's an M250 cal.
As is the A&M2 Browning in the Mustangs and then North America.
There's a 30 cal. Then you got the big
the 20 millimeter cannon for the P-38.
And talk about P-38. There's one right here. Very nice plane. Very nice.
Had the nasty distinction of not being able to pull out a dive too easy. That's
No,
why.
because of the back.
Because there was no device on it at that time. But still a good bird.
Yep. Cool. It's actually got flak and old. There's one of the engines right there with the P-47N, the jug, which I like the bubble canopy myself. If you guys have a favorite model of a P-47, put it down in the description below, down in the comment section below, of what your favorite P-47 is. Then we got a Supermarine Spitfire.
This one is the reconnaissance version as well.
Yes.
So both the Mosquito and our Spitfires we have here are reconnaissance versions of them.
Yep. There's some AAs over there with two of our guys sitting there relaxing. Right.
And we have a Martin
B-26G Marauder with a scout plane to be up above that nice piece of history.
Here is a Mark 13 torpedo.
Mark 13 torpedo.
This is what our U.S. torpedoes were during the war. However, they were not too reliable.
Nope. And as I said, they're one of our gliders.
The Waco CG-4.
Then with the C-47.
The good old Goonie Bird.
Goonie Bird. Painted up in the D-Day invasion scheme. And this is pretty cool. A little scooter with trailer. Top speed, 40 miles an hour for that little thing. I would be scared crapless in that thing. And here is one of our B-17s up here.
Yes.
For some of you who don't know, we do have
Memphis Belle.
She's being restored. As for this B-17, the Shoo Shoo Shaw,
or Shoo Baby,
yeah, she is actually, we traded this B-17 for Memphis Belle, which we're going to have Memphis Belle.
a.k.a. what used to be the Sally B.
Yeah. And this one right here is actually going to go to the Smithsonian.
One of the few war survivors.
Yep. There's inside of what a turret would be. Here's one of two rocket from Germany, and another between the plane here and whatever is another U.S. Scouter. There is one of the V1s, and there's an example of the jet
And here's
How are
something,
these suckers?
here's something you don't know. This is actually a U.S. built version of the V1. There was no V1s left during the war, so GM and Republican Ford built this version of the V1.
For history.
Yes.
So, which is good.
Shows what the
Yeah.
weapons
There's
were.
another.
Junkers.
That
Another.
model. It was looks like scout plane or transport, small one, sitting right up there.
Then we have a Junkers 88 right here. One of the
Junkers,
best German bombers
yeah.
in the war. However, it never stood a chance against our fighters.
Yep, and here's the Fritz S guided bomb, a replica of
a German guided bomb.
Yep, the first one. Then we got an ME-109 over here.
Or rather a BF-109.
BF-109, yeah, my bad. Then the right of that is part from the, like, POWs. That's an actual rail car from Germany. They use for POWs and stuff they use to transport back to POW camps and stuff. Crazy.
And here's one of the
Here's one of the best fighters right here of the war. And mine remember those P-51D Mustang. The Shimmy 4.
Surprisingly, folks, this one actually did not see combat during the war. This one was actually built in 1945, but technically it never did see combat. This one was brought here in 1952. So
Yeah, the tires don't look the greatest either. And there's one of the German rocket-powered planes right over there.
Messerschmitt ME-163.
Yep.
The fuel for that aircraft is
Well,
so volatile.
it can kill you. If you're not careful, it'll blow up.
Yep.
And then there's the rocket power itself right there.
It had two compounds in to make the engine move. It can only stay up in the air for 6 minutes.
Yep. And here's a
Focke-Wulf
190.
The D9.
Yep.
This was supposed to be a stop measure for U.S. bombers. However, it proved so well during the war that they kept producing the D9 versions of the Focke-Wulf.
And here's one of the Junkers. Here's an M262.
The ME-262.
It's an A model. Here's one of the Junkers Promos 04 turbine jets.
And as you can see right there in the front nose, 4 30mm Mark 108 cannons designated to knock out B-17 bombers.
Which is like one of them, this thing right there, like almost.
Actually, it's a 50mm.
That's a 50. Oh, that's a 50 millimeter.
That's a 50mm gun on most aircraft, including the ME-410.
Oh.
That was designated as a bomber killer.
Hey man, and I ain't freaking dumb derp.
Here we have the Curtiss C-46 Commando.
Commando.
Not too popular than the T-47.
No. You want to talk about some currency? Look, some of this old currency the U.S. made to help other places out. That dog barrel sitting right there was made in 1935, from what I can see. Chinese money. Talk about freaking cool.
And here is the Razorback P-47D.
Here's a P-47D model, the Jerry Singer. The original one actually crashed. Here it shows on the map. Owen sailing range. Because there's the, excuse me, Nick. There's the original part of the tail from the original wreckage, and this plane's a replica of that plane to honor it. 222668.
And the pilot was Neil Kirby, one of the best aces of the war.
Yep.
15 victories.
And to show it, here's one of the original, from that wreckage, there's one of the original 50 cal sitting right here. They pulled off. Go 850,000 per wing.
And here is
There's
the
a 820G made by Douglas. Little Joe.
And
There's a RV.
the first ever helicopter for the U.S. World War II.
Yep, R4B Hoverfly. Yeah, show some of the other side right here of the Commando.
Hey brother, I surrender, man. 6 machine guns.
You sir, are an absolute dweeb.
Yeah, well I don't want to be turning the Swiss cheese from those. You know
You
that.
should know better than. See, there's another helicopter right there above the one famous bomber I'm about to show here in a minute. There's another Japanese there.
That's the M1 Kaiju Shindenkai. 420mm cannons was a 4-star fighter.
And for a lot of you know, here's one of the famous B-17s. Besides Enola Gay, that dropped the atomic bomb. Boxcar.
B-29 Boxcar.
And we're lucky to have her. So, yeah, it's a very nice plane.
And then we have
a
Catalina.
PBY, Catalina, or as they consolated model,
The 0810.
Catalina.
However, the definitive version of this is PBY.
Yep.
Navy service from 1935 all the way up to 1945. 10 years of service.
And they used that style vehicle to move these planes around here in the thing. They got this couple planes sitting outside. They're getting ready to move over.
Keep her steady, man. Keep her steady.
Yep.
And as you can see up there, the bombardier is actually got his special glasses on.
Yeah.
And that's for when the bomb drops.
Side of the Catalina. There's her engine. Wings. Yep. Yep. So the bomb replicas of the Fat Man
and the Little Boy.
Little Boy. Yeah. And the best night fighter, P-61 Black Widow, made by Northrop.
Yep. 4 20mm cannons at the bottom. 4 50 calibers on top.
Yep.
Whole lot of firepower.
Mm-hmm.
That could turn an enemy fighter into Swiss cheese in 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Then
we have the Japanese Oka.
Japanese what?
This is the Oka.
The Oka.
Mandarin Cherry Blossom.
It's a trainer.
Yes, only the trainer, because the original ones were equipped, the Okas, the actual aircraft themselves, would have 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of ordnance inside the nose of the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, for the Oka, there would be an engine. But however, with the trainers, these were only gliders. But the original Okas would be designed to go through U.S. ships and destroy them in one shot with their explosives.
All right, guys, we got a good distance to walk to the next showcase. We'll catch you here in a moment. Okay, guys, we're back, and we're in another part of the museum now. For some of you guys, now we're in the Cold War area. This is an A-1 Skyraider. And then we got one of our drone Predators armed to the teeth up here. Right there. And then there's one of the other ones sitting right there. A couple of simulators here. There we got a big old B-52 on the bus. One of the other models. Another Boeing drone right above. An F-22 Raptor. Now we're going to take a tour of this area. Here's one of the Our transport's a C-124.
The Globemaster 2.
Glowmaster 2. Indeed.
You just drop it and how do you stand it? You drop it off a big plane.
Blackjack premise come from
Blackjack
around.
hummus comes perennial. That's Latin.
Oh, it's Latin?
It is Latin. I can't remember exactly though.
When you guys come off here.
Oh, yeah.
Little varmint.
Now we got, here's another helicopter with the actual radio engine out in front, right here.
One to three and one helicopters.
Yep. What's this, a UH-19B? Chickasaw. Chickasaw. Yeah. Here's 100-foot crash rescue boats right here, and then crash an 85-footer from the U.S. Armed Air Forces in during Korea. Pretty sweet. Doing a Red Wing Meteor engine, and like a boat. Air cruise right there. Then here's
Decision.
Command Decision, a B-29, the world's only bomber jet ace back in Korea. Here she is. She ain't flying, but this one you can actually go into, which I'm doing right now. Yeah, you freaking weenie.
Yeah, I'm tall.
Yeah, 6'6", a pure butt monkey. But you can actually touch these right here. Ooh. Eesh. Man, I can barely fit in this thing. I'm only 5'10". There's the crew tunnel right there. Now here comes the bomb bay area. Boom. Hit my head like a dart. Duh. There. Breathing oxygen tank. This is where the wings will be studded in. Well, bolt.
Here's Bombay.
Start more of the crew tunnel. Freaking nice. Now, there's a B-45C.
B-45 Tornado.
Bigger one.
And here is the Mosquito.
Yep.
The AP-6. But mostly everyone always calls it the Texan. The AP-6 Texan.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fun fact for you folks out there about the Texan. Most of our Texans are used as Japanese Zeros in some of our movies, like Tora Tora Tora.
The guy's like, what do you think?
But I like the way they put their names.
Oh, see, that one's cool. That's
And here's some of the Air Force FACs, or forward air controllers. Checking coordinates and always having the T-6 mosquitoes launch rockets to ensure that that all the targets are hit by Allied aircraft.
This is outpost.
This is
Please do not touch the aircraft. Thank you. And here's an F.
This is the
F-94 and fire.
This, folks, is the
F-84E Thunderjet.
AKA one of the first hogs.
Yep.
This is basically one of the first jet fighters from Republic after the T-47 Thunderbolt. This used to be the fighter and such, the escort B-29s, however, since the MiG-15s came into combat, they switched these our aircraft.
Here's a Douglas B-26C, or known during the Korea, an A-26C Invader.
No, like a lot of you take it over time. So, over a connection.
What do you know? Gun pods on the A-26. 450 calibers.
Right there. There's a pod right there. The small bomb. About 100-pounder, you think? Oh yeah. There's one in there. You don't see many of these. An F-82 twin Mustang. This one is currently getting ready to be restored. That's why she's all in black right now. From the last time I was up here, which was a while ago. Then here to my right are two iconic Korean War area fighters. Here is the MiG-15.
The MiG-15 biz, and then
the F-86 Sabre, which is a fine plane in my book.
And during the Korean War, U.S. fighters were able to shoot down 870 MiGs to 70 Sabres lost.
This is for a MiG-15's pilot.
That's it. And they basically have only the seat right here. And
here's a F-86 Sabre.
The A4 gun sight, which is elite computing, or the Mark 18, and then our ejection seats.
Yep.
And one advantage that we had over the U.S., over the North Korean forces, is that our pilots were trained better.
Yep. There's the side of the F-82 twin Mustang. Yep. And here is an F-80 Shooting Star. My grandpa was in the U.S. Air Force back during the Korea War. He was a mechanic. Worked on these in the beginning of the F-86 Sabres. Hoorah! And then here we go, guys. Bird of prey. Right up there. Then here's one of our F-22 Raptors. Very, very nice plane.
Our best fighter in the U.S. Air Force.
Yep. Alright, guys.
On top of the F-15 as well.
Alright, guys. I'll see you guys back here in the jiffy. Gotta walk to the other side because there's a big blank area. See Okay, guys, we're back to the other side here. Go good distance. Well, here's that B-52. A little bit better view. Right here. One of her potted engines.
You would not want to be underneath this when it's dropping its bomb load. And then here's one of the best fighters.
Is that one of the fire bombers? F-105G Thunder Chief.
Or otherwise known as the Thud.
The Thud. Thud, 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 thud.
That's right here. 20 millimeter
cannon. Now, here's that B-52. Let's go take a look what a Bombay weighs.
Hashtag caution, low clearance.
Low clearance. And here's inside of a Bombay of a B-52.
It costs $21 million to run every one of them that we have in our Air Force as we speak right now. So it's absolutely expensive running these things.
Yep. Here's better angle of her landing gear and wheel sets.
Yeah. One over there. Something here. What's this one?
B.F. Goodrich makes those tires for that. And there's a Sam, I think.
That's the SA2.
Sam.
And then here is the B-52's tail gun positions.
Yep.
And this is right here. This is the gun sight. This is not a gun. This is the gun sight. This is one of the guns that shot down a MiG-21. And I'm not kidding you, folks. A Mach 2 jet fighter gets shot down by a 50 caliber machine gun from a B-52. Soviet Russia, that's just embarrassing.
Yeah. B-52, two gunners, 2 MiG-0. Then right here we have a.
This is actually an A-7 Corsair, but not in Navy form, but Air Force form.
Yep.
This technically replaced aircraft like the Sky Raider. And then the F-111 Aardvark.
F-111 Aardvark, as my brother said. Which is freaking cool. And here's front of the A-7D Corsair too. One of her cannons in her.
And here's the history of Bat-21. And this is these 60 quarters.
Yep.
If anyone knows that famous film, Bat-21, you know exactly the history of the actual mission itself.
There's front of the Aardvark.
This aircraft did serve in Vietnam, but its best service was in Operation El Dorado Canyon. The attack of Libya.
Yep, here is a Douglas RB-66B destroyer on Trident Warfare.
Yep. And here is
some of the current or previous
Vietnam War era weapons.
Yep.
Here's a few of the weapons here.
Then
the AGM-62 Walleye. The GBU electric guided bomb. The AM-12C AGM-12 Bullpup and the Bullpup A.
Yep, then what we got here is an F-4 Phantom.
Flown by the late
Reynolds. And this is the actual plane itself.
GAT-27.
Then right above that is another aircraft sitting right
Yep.
there.
Yep, 5 Tiger 2.
Tiger 2. Then right here is a
That, I believe, is the C-121 Constellation.
or known as
Or
Super
the
Con.
EC. This is the, I think, if
The military version for radar. The first would be known as AWACS
Yep.
and stuff. Little old.
Yep, Stephen Rich is one. There are 2 aces that were actually in the Vietnam War, really.
Yeah, we got another thud here,
Named the Memphis Belle.
known as Memphis Belle II. Like our predecessor from World War II, the original and the true Memphis Belle. The 3,000-pound demolition bomb.
Usually drops us on something, there's going to be nothing left of it.
Yep.
Here is Takai in Thailand, missing in action or prisoners of war.
Oh yeah. Very nice. There's a little bit of history thing we're talking about Rolling Thunder.
Yep.
And then we got a MiG-21 right here.
One of North Vietnam's best fighters. They only had 21 of them in service. And this is the de Havilland DC-4 Caribou, or DHC-4 Caribou.
Yep.
And funny enough, it's been in, one old film called The Green Berets with John Wayne.
Yeah. There's a MiG-17 right there.
Yes, this is the MiG-17 Frisco.
Some U.S. Air Force military jeep. For full radio equipment.
Here is the gun of
Yep.
23 millimeter right there, 37 right there.
23
Actually,
millimeter,
and
37.
And if you can't see it, folks, there's another 23 millimeter right there.
Yep.
And what I remember from history of most of these aircraft, F-4 fighter pilots would say the 37 is about the size of a tennis ball, and the 23 is about the size of a golf ball when fired.
Yep. There's front of the Caribou, and here is a lot of people. There's a C-23K Provider.
Now here is the C-123 Provider. One of the older predecessors to another old bird in the next area soon. C-130.
Yep.
And then we have another trainer.
Some more trainers up there.
And then we have a crazy looking helicopter right there, which is the Husky.
Husky. Yep. And now here's part of that Super Constellation right there. Get a better view for you guys of her. Very awesome plane.
And then we have a Jolly Green Giant.
Jolly Green. With an M60 on it right here.
I'm glad the gunners are off today.
Yep. Yep. Is the guys from You Always Win who play Call of Duty Zombies. They call it the War Pig.
Which, yeah, of course, M60.
Yep. And this particular one served her in Desert Storm, and she was donated to us here up at Wright Pat in 2010.
And the most
iconic helicopter, the Huey, the UH-1P.
Alright, come on guys, we need support. Dive on the deck now.
Then an OVA-10A.
And for funny information, folks, to be serious on this, there's been rumors and news that the OV-10 is being used currently now.
Yep, and here's
Vietnam War
another
aircraft being used today.
Here's another B-26K, another A-26 counter invader with 8 50 cals in the nose. With some rocket launchers, bombs on the wings. Then here's an A-37 Dragonfly.
B-57
Canberra. Yep.
A few of the B-57s, as this one, were equipped with 850 calibers. However, there were a few that actually were equipped with 4 20mm A&N cannons. M39 cannons, rather. A really nasty gun, especially on contact.
Yep. Some more.
And then we have an O-1G up there.
Yep.
One of the tacos during the war, aka one of the bird dogs, to ensure that targets could be spotted with smoke rockets. And then we have a North Vietnamese crew with a 14 caliber machine gun. You might as well almost consider it a cannon. The DS-8K 1938-1946. That fires a powerful 14 caliber, or 12.7 by 108 rather. This thing was basically Russia's counterpart to the 50 caliber.
Yep. Then this plane right here is an F-100 Super Sabre.
Doesn't even look like the original Sabre.
Nope.
And on our left here is an RF-101 Voodoo, one of the fastest aircraft in history. This particular one has the fastest speed and has its own award for it. This one, with the trophy right here, its fast speed was
Speed, back in 1957.
Yep, that's when they got this. A new transcontinental speed record. And there's the trophy to prove it.
Yep. With yours truly, right here. You can see off the reflection.
It shows how fast the U.S. has fast aircraft.
And there's a painting of this actual plane right there.
Here's under the wing of the buff with 1,000-pound bombs, no 500-pounders.
Yep. And there's some more of the F-100 Super Sabre.
And then the Sky Raider again.
With the
T-28
Trojan. And then another nice last shot of the Sky Raider. Alright guys, we got a little more walking to do to the next gallery. Catch you in a moment. Alright guys, we are back. And the next place
is our F-89 Scorpion.
Yep. F-89J Scorpion.
And if you guys don't know what those missiles are, I do believe for sure these are Air Genie nuclear missiles.
Yeah,
you
Mark.
Get hit by one of those.
There's a Mark 41 thermonuclear bomb replica.
Absolutely can destroy your city.
Then there's
one of our SM-62 Snark. This thing had multiple thermobaric nuclear warheads.
Yep. Another one of our jet planes up there.
Yep, that is the T-33.
T-33. And all for you big guys, the B-36 Peacemaker. One of the finest piston and jet combinations of all time. Then we got a F-94C Starfire right there.
This version of the Starfire was not equipped with machine guns. It was actually equipped with unguided air rockets.
Yep. And here's a
Canadian CF-100 Canuck.
Yep.
And people might be asking,
towing tractor.
And people on YouTube might be asking, why the hell is there a CF-100 in this exhibit? Well, that's because, for one, this was a part of the North American Defense Force.
Yep.
That's designated to stop enemy bombers from reaching, or rather, enemy Soviet bombers from reaching our coastline.
Yep. and our good neighbors up in the north. Eh?
Then we have another trophy here showing, I do believe,
Huge trophy.
basically flying
For
the
F-86Ds.
And there it is, the F-86D Saber Dog on top with some training aircraft there as well.
Yep.
And we do believe we have a duck.
A duck, right?
Yep.
Couple float planes.
And here is Dennis
That's the Menace, the F-86 Saber, D Saber.
And
But
what-
that has the, looks like a radar in the nose.
Yep, the radar was right there. And for you folks at home right now, you might be asking, well, why doesn't it have any guns? Well, it's simple. This aircraft was not designated to have guns.
It has rockets there in
Yep.
that pod area,
And
which come down.
And this took so long to get used to with the aircraft that, no lie, it was faster to get a crew on a B-47 Stratojet than to get this crew done on a freaking F-86 Saber Dog. Just
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable. And then we are into counter-espionage.
Yep.
Landing in.
Yep.
What are you doing, man?
A hidden beer. Common everyday objects such as a can of beer may adapt for hiding documents and film. That's awesome. They made it into a Budweiser can. That is freaking sweet.
And here is one of the sabers.
Here's
This
another
one-
saber.
This one is actually supposed to be an F-86 with the
This is a top secret Cold War RF-86F overflights.
the Haymaker Saber. This aircraft will make flights over the USSR, China, North Korea,
Haymaker.
you name it.
Yep.
That, and you see the bulges right there? Those are the cameras.
Yep. And here is a B-50.
RB-50.
RB-50.
This is a Hurricane Hunter.
Hurricane Hunter, yeah.
And then there's the famous F-82 Twin Mustang right in front of us.
Yeah,
The one
Betty
that-
Joe. F-82.
The one that flew from Hawaii all the way to New York
Yep.
in one shot.
Yep. There she is. Very nice aircraft.
What do you know, man? We got a Jeep.
Willie's quarter ton. Yep. Those are. You gotta look.
Yep.
This is-
Actually, this is the WB-50. This is the weather.
This is the weather. WB-50D Super Fortress.
Basically, what makes the difference between the B-29 and the B-50? Technically, it's the engines. The engines have been upgraded.
Yep, max speed 395 miles an hour. This one was donated to the museum back in 1968. This is the typical model.
Indeed.
See? And for some of you know, you see this thing? Restoration in progress. So they're doing some restoration work on this
And then
particular
we
model.
have, and looks like we have another Thunderstreak. We actually have the RF-84 Thunderstreak right in that direction.
Yep. With another one of our flying boats, Chuck's
Chuck's Challenge.
Challenge.
Goose.
And then we got a
I do believe that's one of our Air Force helicopters, such our heavy rescue.
Yep.
And there is,
there's an F-84 or a Thunderstreak.
we have two Thunderstreaks. The RF-84
This one's
right
got
there.
650 cals, or comes with 24 5-inch rockets, or 6,000 pounds of bombs. This one, the typical model could
Yeah,
hold.
here is the C-121, the CH-21B workhorse. One of the predecessors to the CH-46 and the CH-47.
Yep. Building a black Sunset. And there's a KC-997 transport plane.
A Strato Fortress. Yeah, KC-97 Strato Tanker / Strato Fortress.
Then here's one of F-104C Starfighter.
AKA the Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
This thing was so lethal to its pilots. If you were not paying attention, this thing would do its level best to kill you. So if you ever flew one of these, anyone on YouTube who's ever flown an F-104, I have sympathy for you. Because these things were absolutely lethal.
Yep. Intake, and liquid nitrogen to probably help start it, or something, or liquid oxygen.
Yeah, it helps to get the aircraft up.
Back of this one's a fuel tanker because there's a tail boom for this typical.
DC-97 strutter tanker.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what this is, the strutter tanker. This is
There's the MA-1A start cart.
This basically helps the aircraft get started.
Yep. And there is a cutaway for a J79 jet turbofan engine.
There were multiple aircraft that had this. The B-58 Hustler had 4 of them. The 104 Starfire had 1 of them. The X-21, same thing. The Phantom had the same pair with 2 of them. And then the YF-4Es with canards had them, and the F-1679.
Yep. And there's the tail boom operation of this. There you go.
Yep. These strato tankers were designed to help fuel aircraft in the air. Unfortunately, with the prop aircraft, they had a hard issue with trying to fly with the aircraft.
Yeah, and so this one has some jet engines on it to help it stay up with the jets. Here's an Martin TNC-1 Matador.
This is another nuclear warhead. And then we have
a Dart aerial gunnery target right there.
And
it's got legit damage on this sucker.
Yep, pure steel. And yes, this is not steel. This is actually wood. This is 50 caliber damage.
Yep.
That's what 50 caliber, folks. This is what 50 caliber damage can do. That damage is lethal. You get hit by one of those rounds, you're not getting up in person, or your aircraft is done. And then we have another missile here for nuclear warhead purposes.
Some trainer planes and stuff.
Yep.
Right there. There's a cutaway of an F-86 right.
This one Saber is the one with 20mm cannons.
This one has got the cannons in it. Another side of the KC-97.
And then here's a big one.
There's the end of the B-36 Peacemaker. And here is one of the iconic, I think, awesome-looking planes. It's a B-58 Hustler.
This aircraft is built with 4 J79s, giving it a speed of Mach 2.
Yep.
And this right here, you might be asking, how on earth is this the landing? This a bomb bay? Technically, it is a bomb bay.
It's aerodynamic, so this thing can fly at supersonic speeds. B-58 escape capsule right there.
Yep, the B-58 could go up to 70,000 feet, twice the speed of sound, just like the SR-71.
U3A.
For anyone on YouTube and GTA 5, you know that's the Cuban 800.
Some bombs. There's the engines of the B-36. So it's the ramjets.
And it's a few of our ordnance weapons.
Yep. And there's a B-47 Stratofortress?
Yep. No, the B-47 Stratojet.
Stratojet.
They're...
What happens when you work late at night?
We remind you that food and beverages, including water, are to be kept in a cafe on the second floor. Please, no food or drinks should be carried into this village area.
And here is the F-101 Delta Dart.
Delta Dart.
Visitors, we remind you that food and beverages, including water,
F-102 Delta Dagger.
Delta Dagger. You had a dirt moment, and all for one of our famous spy planes at U-2.
Otherwise known as the Dragon Lady.
Yep.
And alongside a sneaky Russian, we have a MiG-19.
Yep, MiG-19.
330mm
Sitting right there.
NK-30.
Yep. There's an SR-71 Blackbird.
One of the fastest aircraft in history.
Mach 3.
And if you guys are seeing any dents or anything in that aircraft, that's because this thing got so high it freaking almost melted. That's how fast this bird is.
Yep.
You have to put hoses on it to cool it down for how fast it was.
Yep.
And then here's a funny story of a good aircraft having a very ridiculous laugh. The F-106 Delta Dart.
F-106 Delta Dart.
Otherwise known as the Corn Bomber.
Yeah, this particular one right here actually flew on its own and crash landed itself. Which is freaking hilarious, but also cool at the same time. It totally wrecked itself.
And here we go, another F-100 Voodoo.
Another F-101B Voodoo.
And
Then
we have
there's one of our good fighters, an F-15A here.
and
Eagle.
we do have the F-15C.
Yep. A good, very good plane.
And then we do have a T-41 Cessna up above us.
Yep.
And then we have a jet trainer as well, the T-37, otherwise known as Tweet.
Yep.
And then we're done. And we're going to go eat.
Do you want to watch or do you want me to carry it?
And a non-nuclear missile, or actually a nuclear missile, the Hound Dog.
Yep.
And then here are two modern era F-4 Phantoms that were used in the Gulf War in '91.
Yep.
The RF-4C and the F-4 Wild Weasel.
Yep. Iraq's Scud.
Yep, this is the Recon, and that one over there is the Wild Weasel.
Yep. Right here we got one of our Hercules gunships.
This aircraft here, this was in the Gulf War until gone 57mm guns and such, and even SAMs, and still kicked the heck out of the Iraqi army.
Yep, then sitting right there hidden, and it's on access right there.
That's the Daisy cutter.
Daisy cutter right here. Then right past that black aircraft is an F-117, not Blackhawk, Nighthawk, or whatever I think.
There will be 105 and 102. This was from the M40. This actually was one of the guns from the M48.
Yep.
Before onto a C1.
Yep. Then right here we got some more CN tank fighter. Yep. Then back of one of our another
there's
planes.
C-130.
C-130 right here, normal one.
And there's a Canadian Tornado GR1.
Yep. Then we got an A-10 Warhog.
One of the best aircraft.
We got some more unguided missiles sitting all up in there. Good stuff. Oh, it's pretty cool. A-10. This one, originally you could walk up to it. They used to have a thing to it. You can look inside that aircraft, but not no more.
And here's a MiG-29
MiG-29. And back behind her is a B-1 Lancer.
One of the best bombers that almost never happened.
Yep.
And here we go. The MH-53M.
Yep.
Or the or one of the earlier versions of the Pablo.
Pablo. With the minigun right there.
Oh man, you're lucky he isn't. We're lucky we're any enemies because that minigun would have lit us up.
Then here's another F1A, F-111 right over here in the corner.
But this is the sparred part.
Yep, and right there. Now we're going to head back over here to check out another plane as soon as we walk. Alright.
There's another shot of Fulcrum again, which
Fulcrum.
is a really good
Yep.
looking
Here's
aircraft.
some of the bombs that some of the B-1 will carry.
And
here's underneath her.
Really started getting really smart, especially the JDAMs.
Yep. 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 It's the new.
One bad legacy of history. Minefields.
Minefields suck. Then here's one of our current and one of our not stealthist bombers, a B-2 Spirit. Right there. Plus we got some fighters over here as well, hitting. Got this Bell 3 apparently.
He's in a hole.
Yep. He's home, B-52G. Then we got a AT
We have an
36B
Talon.
Talon. Then one of our F-16 Falcons painted up in the United States Thunderbird paint. Hoorah! Freaking awesome plane.
And this is one of the engines that powered the F-16.
Yep. Awesome plane. Well, YouTube. There's another shot of them. SR-71. As you see, they do take the engines out.
Holy long. This is longer than a school
Yeah,
bus.
this is like where the parachute and stuff would help slow her down, right in that area. Here's another engine corral. Here's the B-2 Spirit.
Spirit
of freedom.
Rather, the Spirit of Ohio.
That's what you say.
And the 509 bomb group.
Group.
That's still around today. Out of Whiteman Air Force Base. 21 hours to reach any target. We have one more here.
Yep. Get you in front of the B-2 Spirit here. Check this nice fire and ice.
With all the autographs.
Freaking awesome.
120 degree heat and negative 30 degree heat.
I mean negative 30 degrees. Freezing.
This thing can take it all.
Yep.
And still giving it today.
Yep. Alright guys, we're going to head to the new hangar. See you guys in a moment. Well, we're back, YouTube. I am just amazed. This is the new 4th hangar here at Wright Pat for space, search and development, and presidential aircraft. We're going to go this way. This is our first time in this one since they just got it done, was it about a month ago?
Yep.
They got done building this. I am stoked. This is awesome.
And there it is, the XB-70.
XB, yes, the only one in existence, XB-70, Valkyrie. Boeing X-40A, and the big like Kind-style rockets right there. There's the X-15A2 research.
Fastest aircraft on record, 4,520 miles an hour.
Yes.
Absolutely quick.
Yep. X2A
There's our
lifting body.
There's X24A and the X24B.
B.
Basically our scram jets.
Yep.
That thing,
Apollo.
space shuttle. And that
There's the Valkyrie.
Yes.
All of this is what got us into our history.
Yep. This is awesome.
Absolutely amazing. Looks like we got our first turboprop. The R. Oh, I know this one. This is the XP-75 Eagle. This was designed to be one of the best new prototypes for the U.S. Air Force or the Army Air Corps at the time. This is the only one that's still around. Multiple machine guns, cannon. This was designed as a turboprop.
Yep. P-75A.
First time I've ever seen one up in real person. Holy crap. This thing is big.
Only 8 of these were built.
Yes.
Maximum speed 430 horsepower. No, 430 miles per hour, my bad. Range 2,600 miles. 1050 cows.
And 2 500-pounders.
Max horsepower 2,885 horsepower. Holy frig. Plus it looks like it's designed a little bit like the Mustang anyway.
Yep.
Like design keys, like the wings look like it. The
But this is turboprop.
Yep.
It looks kind of like an A1. And then one of the Air Force's first ever attempts at a jet, the XP-59 Aerocomet.
Aerocomet.
420 millimeter cannons.
Yeah, and there's the jet engines for the Valkyrie right there. All 6 of them.
If this thing turned on right now, we'd been launched. We probably went flying and we were like, wheat. And then the X-1B.
One of the first things to go over the speed of sound.
And then there's the P-80R.
P-80R, Lockheed.
First prototype.
Yep.
This is the one.
The standard this became the F-80 Shooting Star, pretty much. And hanging above is a Norfolk
X4 Bantam.
Bantam. There's a Convert XF-92A.
Yep.
Maximum speed 715 miles an hour.
Basically Mach 1.
Yep.
And here is the X3. This thing looks like a dart.
Yep.
And then
some stuff hanging up.
A swept wing Bell aircraft model.
Yep.
And then the XF-84H Thunder Streak with the propeller. This thing was the absolute loudest aircraft in history.
There's an X-10.
Yep, this
right here.
This is a drone, I think. No, actually, I don't think it was piloted. It was a drone aircraft, if I remember right.
Probably was. I don't know.
RF-84H Goblin.
Yep.
No, the XF-85 rather.
Yeah, maximum speed 520 miles an hour. Range beyond 2,000 miles. Turboprop of 5,850 shaft horsepower.
But this thing was loud. You lose your hearing after this.
Yep, hanging above is a Grumman X-29A. Right there.
This is what got us into the Raptor, basically.
Yeah.
And then here's the XF-85, which would have been on C-36.
Yep, the Goblin. 650 miles per hour. Maximum endurance, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay.
And then a YF-84 Recon fighter.
Yep.
And then we have the F-107A. Absolutely big. This was made by North American actually, but never got to see. It never was built.
Except for that one right there.
Yes.
You see.
And then we have another F-84.
That's an XF-91
Yeah,
Thunder.
Thunderceptor.
Thunderceptor.
Absolute crazy ass wings.
Yep. Maximum speed 984 miles an hour. Cruising speed 560.
Absolutely bizarre aircraft making from Thunder Street.
Yep. And then we got another
This is the YS-12. This was designed to be the interceptor of the SR-71.
one. Yep.
And this is the aircraft that would have been equipped with the AIM-54 Phoenixes, but
Yep.
it never was meant to be.
Nope. And a Bell aircraft.
X-3, this was the predecessor to the Y-20, the V-22.
Yep. And then we got
The X-13. This one was first at a VTOL, and here it is. The XV-6A, basically the predecessor
So
to
the Harrier. Then here's the
Northrop Tactical
Blue.
And here it is. More of our missiles, and then here is the Avro car.
Here's the aero car, aka UFO, they call it.
The VZ-9AV Avro car.
Yep, there's an NT-33A.
This one would be the NASA version.
Yes.
And then here's a Rolls-Royce. Here's a Rolls-Royce.
NC-133-131 each. That is
Total
nice.
flight sim.
That is awesome.
Absolutely bizarre aircraft.
Yeah.
And then here it is. The Northrop Y-23 Black Widow 2.
Yep. And there's another NF-16A. Very nice. Then we got a C-119 flying boxcar.
This catches the Corona satellite.
As a flatbed
Yep.
truck, so that a truck could back up and people could just shove things in. But what was not practical about this, and this will, the next generation, this will be the last
NASA
one on the
XC-142A.
because if they wanted to
Looks like another flying boxcar right here.
And then here's a crazy small aircraft right there, the XC-142A.
Yep, and there's a C-5.
The Hanoi taxi.
Right there, she's inside. C-130 Hercules.
Yep.
This is the one that was sitting outside here at Wright Pat. This is the one that was an outside display, which I actually got a chance to touch, which was freaking awesome. Now here comes the presidential aircraft, guys. 707.
Yep. And the first aircraft, if I remember exactly, would be the president, the North Dakota Air National Guard's Beechcraft. No, that's the can't remember that one exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, there's the C-54.
Alright, here's all the presidential aircraft.
Yep.
And oh, now I'm down to one bar on my camera. Lovely. I just now noticed that. Oops. Oh well.
And there it is. C-54 that has a special elevator.
Yep, for Theodore Roosevelt. Then there's inside the C-5 Galaxy right there.
Yep.
We're going to take a look inside of this. Oh, is it clear to go up? Yeah. Okay.
Watch your head going in and out. You got it. I answered 6, but I'll be careful. Thank you.
Oh, this is cool. Get a chance to see something you don't see every freaking day. Wow. This is awesome.
Absolutely amazing. A piece of history. The first ever Air Force
One.
One.
If I had to like stand them here, man, look at the seats and tables though.
Yeesh.
Ooh, nice spaces.
Too tiny.
Oh, yeah. Holy
Please don't touch the aircraft. Have a lovely day.
Holy crap.
I could not stand
Hey guys, I don't have claustrophobia.
So there's the wheelchair, the back here of the aircraft.
This is where the president will get on.
Yep. Alright guys, next one to go up to check out is this one right here.
The Independence.
The Independence.
This is President Eisenhower's
Or-
C-54.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing right now.
The Kaiser wanted to use nuclear weapons in Korea.
Oh, okay.
And he wouldn't listen to Truman, so Truman flew out there and fired him. Yes.
Alright guys, I'll catch you. Oh, Bear's dead. Bear's dead guys, so I gotta stop the video. Next time I come up here I'll get more video of the inside guys. Have a good one.